Hi, John. I'm really glad you're playing around with this json stuff, and I don't know, I like it a lot. So let me just see if we can get this a little clearer by working up from smaller examples. Okay, so I ran out to this journal dev site for a tutorial on parsing JSON with JSON. Okay, and I'll just show you how I ran it through. Okay, so they have you build up a whole big employee class. Just copy pasted it. Okay, so it's got a bunch of fields over here. Let me drag this over to see a little cleaner. A bunch of fields, bunch of gets and sets for all the different fields. Okay, so it's just some class. All right. They've got an address in there, and the address field has a few things. So it's a class in a class, and just terribly normal. So I took the example and stripped it down to the smallest amount so you could see how this works. Okay, so first you're going to make a JSON object with a .create method. I said first, but of course you've already brought down the jar file, expanded it, you've got it located in a directory that you know and love. You've got that in the path for the project. So you have these imports up here, okay, taking care of that. So you've connected JSON by bringing down the jar file and having the imports. This isn't doing it fancy with Maven or Gradle or any of those kind of dependency management tools. This is just straight on bring down the jar file. So we got the jar file down, we got the imports in. Okay, I think you have that part working already, it looks like. So you .create. So what I started with is I just made the JSON right here. Here's the JSON I want, just one field. Okay, the employee ID is going to be 100. Okay, if you go back to employee.java, there's an ID field. Okay, so we're going to set the ID field to 100. Then we already got an employee.class. We've compiled that. So here's the employee.class map you should be using. Here's the big string I'm feeding you. Okay, and then you just say from JSON, turn it into an employee. So here's the string. Okay, you can see employee ID colon 100, right? So it's regular old JSON language. Right here is, so there's the string being sent in to the from JSON method. So there's JSON string being sent in, and here's the employee class that comes back. Okay, so the ID is 100. Everybody else is getting their zeros and null values. And then you can go back the other way too. So you can take that employee now and turn it back into JSON. Okay, so here it is with employee ID 100, permanent false. You can even, if you came up here and you did set pretty printing, I think that's what it's called. Let's make sure I typed it right. There it is. Oops, now it's double. Okay, so there's set pretty printing. Okay, then when we debug this guy, and restart. Okay, we're going to walk down. Same thing. We've got the file data here. We've got it read into the employee now. There's ID with 100. Because we have pretty printing on now, you see how it's tacked in these really nice line feeds so that everything's going to be lined up, and each key value pair will be on a separate line. So there are little extras you can put on like that, but that's the basic idea, and I just wanted to kind of see if we could get you there. Okay? All right. Thanks.